found a love like this.
Hello everybody, welcome back to E20 Zone TV. Hope you're having a good Saturday before anything else, before I really get started on these bunch of cunts. Yeah, bunch of cunts, a lot of them, yeah. West Ham go down 4-3 to Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace score 4. We hold 4 against Crystal fucking Palace. Embarrassing, yeah. I don't know what else more I can say, really. Twats, a lot of them, yeah, all the players really. We may over exaggerate on some players, but then some players get fucking passes galore. Do you know what I'm saying? Absolute shower of shite. Yeah, I'm literally lost for words. I'm not even going to go into an explicit rant. Really, I'm not. Right. Moyes today changes like the team to a point, but doesn't really go in really and change it properly. If you're going to do it properly. Do you know what I mean? We've lost Zuma today, but it's been a fucking nightmare today. Absolute nightmare in South London. Right, let's start off at the beginning. We took the lead. Fucking took the lead, we did. West Ham United took the fucking lead. Yeah, Thomas Souček scored. Yeah, he had a mixed bag day today, Thomas Souček. Really, really did. And for me, the goal is good. But the one he sort of gave away is bad. He scores. Then they equalise within 5 minutes, 6 minutes of the game. Unbelievable. Absolutely unfucking real. How they've just been allowed in. 4-0 and Emerson on the left-hand side today. Right? Don't no one tell me about 4-0 and Paqueta should play together. Don't ever tell me about 4-0 and Emerson. I've said it for a long time. I'll say things and people laugh at me like I'm a cunt. I'm no cunt. I know what I'm talking about. Emerson, terrible. 4-0, fucking ghost, mate. The ghost of Christmas past. Shit. Then they score another goal. Fucking Wilfried Zaha, the man who just loves to score a goal against West Ham. This man just loves to score against West Ham United. Don't score for fucking ages. Comes back, bang, goal. Then Jeffrey Schlupp. Fucking Jeffrey Schlupp scores. Fucking hell, mate. I'm literally laughing, right? Fucking what we're saying about fucking Jeffrey Schlupp and Souček just standing there like a fucking lemon. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't get me started on this, on Syed Ben Rama, bruv. Yeah? Because this gaslighting that people are doing on his name, I'm not having it. I'm not having it. Right? But I'll get to that shortly. Yeah? So that's 3-1. Right? The only person that I'm giving any credit today is Mikel Antonio. Because he fucking tried his hardest today. Yeah? It's the only man I'm giving any fucking credit whatsoever today. Absolutely. Right? I'm not even asking for no fucking like love there. You know what I'm saying? So Mikel scores 3-2. Then the penalty in the second half. Let's get to the second half. We were shit in the second half. What did we do in the second half? Really, not a lot. And they get a penalty. Is it a penalty? Yeah, in my opinion, that is as fucking soft as you're ever going to give a penalty in your life in the Premier League. Totally. I do not understand how that's been given. He hasn't grabbed him and pulled him down. He put his arm out and basically Eze's touched his arm and literally gone over like easily. Do you know what I'm saying? Gets the penalty and then it's 4-2. Fucking 4-2 now. Yeah? No, for Gued, had another mixed bad game today. 1 minute he's good, 1 minute he's fucking awful. Yeah? And that's a worry to me. Scores the goal that gets us 4-3 and then obviously the game filters out into a 4-3 defeat. We've lost also Zuma, as I've said, which is a major blow for us. Everything that could go wrong went wrong today. Yeah, I'm sitting at half time and I want people's opinions today. Yeah, I want people to tell me why. Yeah, what they thought of certain man today. Yeah, Declan Rice, non-existent today. We all call him world class. I call him world class. Where was he today? Non-existent. Thomas Souček today, yeah, he scores a goal, granted. But what else did he do? Like, what else does he do? He gives the ball away. He's not effective, in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? And listen, I'm not even going to go in on there about him because I've called it for a long time. Him and Paqueta do not work together. Do you know what I mean? Like Fornells and Lanzini don't work together. It just does not work. And then obviously second half we're chasing the game, and people will look at it and think that penalty is a soft penalty to be given away. Yeah, it is soft, majorly soft. But fuck me, do you know what I'm saying? Is what it is. Do you know what I'm saying? Moyes today, people said about fatigue. Yeah, I understand that. But if you're going to rotate, you either rotate for Liverpool or you rotate for this game. Do you know what I'm saying? And he hasn't rotated either. He's rotated 2 players down the left-hand side. Yeah, I know Cresswell or Benny weren't great on Wednesday, but fuck me, what I saw today was embarrassing from 4-0s and Emerson, people are digging out Emerson, yeah? But they won't dig out 4-0s, and 4-0s is supposed to be a player who works hard and tracks back and he's great defensively. Where was he today in the first half? I'd like someone to tell me. Do you know what I mean? There is no fucking agendas. What I can't stand, yeah, and over the last few days I've done a bit of research on it, is this gaslighting mentality amongst the fan base. When a player does not perform, they are gaslighting this geezer all day long inside Benrahma. Yeah? Well, sorry, Benrahma good when he come on today? No. Yeah? But it is what it is. Do you know what I'm saying? But other players, they go, oh, no, he wasn't that bad. He wasn't that bad. Right? He wasn't that bad. Fucking one of the players that I'm not even going to mention wasn't that bad. He had about 10 touches the ball in the first half. Shit. Embarrassing and shocking, to say the least. I'm not making no excuses about it. We're in trouble. We're in trouble. Lucas, are you coming on? Yes or no? If you are, you know where the link is and all that. Just come on. I do not get it for the life of me. And we are. When people say about West Ham are not in trouble, there's other teams. This is the West Ham that I've seen for a long time. Yeah, they throw in performances like today. How can we score 3 goals away from home and still lose the game? That's the question you got to ask yourself. We scored 3 today and still lose the fucking game. And it was only because Palace was shit at set pieces that they basically just allowed us to score them 3 goals. Mickey says Benny was poor, but 4-0 was shit. Difference is, Mickey, yeah? And I'm going to say this quite openly, yeah? And I do not give a fuck who I offend, right? When people keep coming at Benny comes on when we're 3-2 down chasing the game. 4-0 starts the game. Do you know what I'm saying? So you're expecting a fresh performance, someone who's going to be up for it from the start, and he does nothing. Does nothing at all. Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, right, people will like sugarcoat it because he sings Bubbles to his kid. I'm sorry, not good enough. Yeah? Zuma's a major blow. Major blow now, right? I called this the other day. Yeah, after the Liverpool game, I said we've got to be careful about any injuries because we don't want any injuries to our key men, especially when the conference is coming up. Bang, fucking there you go. Good night. Zuma's out, and if that could be out for a couple of weeks. That could be out to the end of the season. Yeah, and he could miss all the key games. Who else is there that I can sort of discuss? Kafal today. Yeah, everyone's been praising him up recently. Yeah, rightfully so. Yeah. No question about it. Hoofballs down the fucking line to no one. 40-yard passes into no one. Like what? Like someone tell me. Like if I'm being over dramatic, tell me. Yeah, but I'm not. I'm not. Lucas, welcome.
Yeah, give me 1 second, mate. I've got to sort something out.
No worries at all. Lucas will be back shortly. I will get into some comments shortly. I don't know what the hell's happened to the rest of this stuff. Why is that all black? That's what I want to know. Right, where are we? We've got that. Put that there. Fucking might as well, innit? That'll cheer us up. Fucking no end. Do you know what I'm saying?
All right, I'm back.
Right, Lucas, talk to me.
Well, you know, after I don't even know what to say besides disgraceful. Like I can't even get on camera. I'm fucked off about it all. Like just everything today was fucking shit. There was literally not one good player today. Not one. Well, you know what's fucked about everything, right? Is Souček was probably our most impactful player today, and he still really wasn't that good enough. Literally, everyone was fucking shit.
Nah, but Lucas, right? Impactful is someone who influences the game. Yeah, someone who controls the game, influences the game. Right? He scores a goal, and then people are going to say, "Oh, but he scored a goal." But he does fuck all else. Yeah, but fucking hell. But that's what he's supposed to do, though, Lucas. Like, I can't keep hearing this. He's got to be doing more than just doing the basics.
Well,
like, he's got to be able
mate, all I'm saying is today he done more than anyone else.
I disagree. I think Antonio
did more than him today.
I think Antonio today worked his. Antonio today worked his absolute bollocks off,
but still didn't do more than him.
I disagree.
A goal
there,
and
mate.
2 assists.
Antonio scored today.
Fuck all, besides work hard.
I disagree.
His hold-up play was shit.
Yeah, but that goal and 2 assists counts fuck all for when you're giving away a goal and then we go 3-1 down. Well, what does that matter?
If we want to make an argument out of it, Thomas Suchek was a one-man midfield today.
Yeah, I know. Fucking Rice was terrible today.
Which again, that's an issue. Like that's my whole point. It's a giant issue when we're that shit, and Suchek comes out at the end is probably our most impactful player.
Lucas, chuck the link in the WhatsApp group. Anyone else wants to come on? I like to hear what they've got to say because do you know what? I've just about had a gutful of all these cunts keep gaslighting certain men. I've had enough now, right? And I really, really, really do not give a fuck what anyone thinks, right? Make sure you put it in the WhatsApp group and all, Lucas, for us, yeah? I understand people have their favourites, right? I get it, yeah? Do you know what I mean? Everyone has their favourite man. But some people do not see the shit between their eyes. And that fucking irates me massively. I can accept players being shit, yeah? I've seen many shit players over the years. Anyone who's older than me will realise, Richard will probably have seen many shit players over the time. Paul Evans will probably have seen shit players over the time. I've seen many shit players at this club, yeah? And I can accept shit players. But what I can't accept is people gaslighting players for their own agenda, yeah? I will not accept it and I will not have it, yeah? And I don't care who I argue with, yeah? The way I look at this is certain man shouldn't be on the fucking pitch, but they are on the pitch because they're a favourite. Do you know what I'm saying? People keep knocking Saeed Benrahma, yeah? He's on the bench and they're still slagging him off on fucking social media. Like, they're still people knocking Saeed and saying, oh, yeah, like, we wouldn't be in this situation, right? With fucking Benrahma on the pitch. It would have been worse. Fucking worse? Worse? We was 3-1 down. Fuck my life. Can't be having it.
I think today came full circle with anyone that had an agenda or has an agenda. Today was beautiful in that sense. People cry for Fornals. I wasn't crying for him. I would have liked to see him start. It didn't pan out well. People were crying for Benrahma. He was just as shit. People were crying for Cresswell to come off or start. Shit. Emerson, shit. So, I mean, for me, I just sat back and fucking laughed.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, again, you can't really make anyone happy, but I think some of the agendas at the club are just so fucking toxic and are ruining any sort of support we put into the team because, again, it's just disgusting in my opinion.
The problem is, right, is that everyone turned up today, yeah, and I've said it for a long time. I said Fornals and Paqueta do not work well together in the same team. People will go off one game, or Lanzini and Fornals back in the day before Paqueta arrived. Yeah, always said they're too technical and they don't bring you anything carrying the ball. Right? Someone said it earlier on today. Where's the ball carriers in our team? We've got one, Antonio or Bowen at best. Yeah, so either one or the other. Yeah, but probably Bowen is the only one that we've really got. Right? I look at the defence today. Aguirre today was fucking not good.
Sufal got served on a fucking platter all day long. Zaha made him. I don't even want to say the words. He absolutely rinsed him all day long.
Yeah. So, Daddy, what do you want to say, mate? Make it quick because I'm going to try and go for as many people as I can.
That's fine. I need to speak about a few things. Twitter all week. Oh, we need to start Fornals. He's so much better. This is the same thing he did beginning of season. Everton away, shambles. Other games earlier this year, he was shambles. And today, Yes, Ben Rama wasn't much better, but at least he goes for the ball. The first time I think I saw Fornals get on the ball was like the 45th minute. And what's this thing? Oh, Fornals is industrial and he helps out. I did not see him once help out Emerson, where I couldn't see him. And then
because that comment there from Chris says it all.
Yes, that is true. But people like WestHamOnline say he's a better winger. He's not a winger. He is absolutely.
He's never been a winger. I will say it to everyone in the chat right now. I'll tell you exactly what Pablo Fornals is. He's an industrial midfielder. He always has been, always will be. He will never be a left winger because he doesn't have any pace or doesn't be able to beat a man, right? He's either an industrial midfielder or he fucking works as a number 10, yeah? And that's what he is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Another thing, Ogbonna wasn't good. If Zuma is out, I would play Kerrer instead of Ogbonna. I can't trust him. I
hear you, mate.
And then Souček, yes, he got 2 assists and a goal. But other than that, like the final 10 minutes, we have the ball and he is just jogging. He doesn't get close to anybody. Like he's like a passenger. Flynn Downs could have done better than that. And other players, like we need to get a goal and our players back off and just let them pass it. And then the set pieces. Yes, we scored set pieces, but you can't rely on Souček to do it every week. This was the first time all season he's done this.
Fucking shit, mate.
For Manchester and Fabianski, how does that first goal get in? Can someone tell me?
Shit.
Because if Areola had let that one in, it's a disgrace. And his distribution.
That is true, yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The agendas at this club are fucked.
Minutes later, they pass it to Fab, and he kicks it right out of bounds.
Yeah, but hold on a minute, Lucas. Yeah, that's not an agenda with Fab. He should be saving that, shouldn't he? Fucking post.
No, mate. Mate, you have got people that carry on a Fabianski and Areola agenda just like Ben Rama Fornals, Emerson Cresswell. I've seen it on Twitter, and it's disgusting. At the end of the day, the better man who's on better form should be playing, and if you're not playing well enough, you need to be dropped.
Yeah,
no one seems to be able to find the middle in all that.
Yeah,
it was just fucking stupid. It's not hard.
Fucking isn't our team.
For the City game, head should roll. Flynn Down should be in for Souček. I wouldn't mind Areola goes out. Kerrer for Ogbonna. Soufal, he was bad, but he's our only right back. I don't want to see Ben Johnson. Rice, what? Where was Declan Rice today?
Mate, our midfield, that was the worst midfield performance of the whole entire year.
And
I don't know about that.
He was bad as well.
I don't know about that, Lucas.
Brighton
away.
No,
Brighton away was fucking
Brighton,
awful.
we were outclassed. Today, they didn't do a fucking thing.
He brings on Ings. If you want to bring on a second striker, bring on Cornet. But we bring on Ings. He does nothing.
Right. So, Daddy, I'm going to have to let you go, mate. I've got a load of people coming on. Right, no worries, man. Take care, yeah. Let's get this man in. Stevie. Steve, talk to me, mate. Yeah.
All right, Jimbo, what, Lucas, mate?
No, I'm fucking not all right, mate. Right, my team's just got absolutely
splattered. No, mate. I'm just drinking more and more beer. One more win to secure safety. We lose to a team that's lost, it's won one game in fucking 9 home games. What the fuck?
Yeah, I know, mate.
0-0 with Everton as well. Fucking disgrace.
Even Everton got a fuck. Now we've got to rely. I'm watching Brentford against Forest at the moment, James. Yeah. Now we've got to rely on other teams again.
Same old West Ham, mate. I'm not even going to get into it. What do you want to say, Steve, about today's game? Just fire it out. Because I don't really care now.
I mean, I know you like a Gerd, James, and I do too, but he is shit in the air, mate. He is fucking crap.
I would be honest, that's his weakness now. Everyone knows his fucking weakness. On the ground, I think he's all right. I think in the air, he's a suspect all day long, and that's a problem. It's a fucking problem, isn't it? Let's be real. Teams are targeting it.
I'll tell you what, James, that weren't a fucking penalty. No way was that penalty.
No, never
I
a
agree.
fucking
That was a
penalty.
No way.
blatant fucking dive.
Um,
And then you know what? The fucking bollocks on him to celebrate after that is fucked.
Yeah, I know.
What a
I
cunt.
know, yeah. I know.
Yeah, I agree,
I'll
mate.
tell you what, boys. When Souček scored, I thought it was nailed on a win, didn't you?
This is West Ham, Steve. Right, you've watched West Ham a long time, like I have, like
Yeah.
everyone else has.
Yeah.
Right, nothing's fucking certain with this club, right? Especially against Palace, right? They said it on the stats on the fucking commentary. Every time a team who scores first against in this fixture always seems to lose the game. Fucking
The
hell,
thing is,
mate.
James, right? The thing is, I've just had my 23-year-old son Steve on the phone to me, calling me a fucking fickle fan, right? Yeah, that's what he just called me, fickle fan. And I went, "You're having a laugh, son. To lose 4-3 to Palace, and I'm a fickle fan. Do you know what I mean?"
Fucking shouldn't. Yeah, well, you know, is what it is. Steve, I'm gonna let you go, and I'll get
Cheers,
someone else
James.
on, mate. Take it easy,
Yeah.
please. Oh, let's get him on. Clivis, what are you saying?
All right. I mean, that wasn't that fun to watch, let's be honest.
Shit, mate.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Shit.
It wasn't great.
I've got people like Taylor,
Defensively-
yeah, coming out of this shit. Yeah, if you're going to keep gaslighting him, Taylor, yeah, keep gaslighting him, bruv. You can do. Yeah, if you're going to keep gaslighting players, then fair enough. You know what I'm saying? I'll leave it at that.
No,
Yeah.
no one can hide
It was a
the
tough
day.
watch.
No one.
No, it was
no
a
one can
tough
hide the day.
watch. No, I think like when you look at the because I'm every game I'm watching, I'm thinking of the Europa Conference, right? And like, I mean, I don't know if anyone's watched games that Fiorentina or even Nice have played, but right now, based off of that defensive performance, we'd get absolutely annihilated. I'd rather we got knocked out in the semi-finals than got to the final and got absolutely taken out like that, because that's what would happen. Ultimately, we'd get to the final and it'd be a shit show. That's how I see it right now. Like,
Nothing changes, though.
I know, but that's how bad defensively we were. Because
I called it the other day, and people laughed at me again. Yeah, they said to me, "Who was it?" Someone said to me the other day, "Oh no, we need to keep the same team, keep the consistency." Right? Fucking hell! Like we've lost Zuma now. Yeah, that's one man down. Right? That's our centre half pairing. Fuck now. Right? So whoever comes in now, that's that gone. If we lose one more player, we are fucked now. Let's be real.
I think it's difficult though, because we've always had a smaller team, like size squad, I would say, in the last few years. Because I was always worried when we got to the Europa League last season, right? Regardless of where we were going to get to it, I was always worried because you get the 6 games at the beginning of the season. And typically speaking, if you take away the World Cup for this season, for instance, typically the first half of the season, you then have the Christmas run up and it's an absolute shit show of fixtures. So then when you look at that aspect, right, I always thought, oh, we've always got a smaller squad. The problem is you can't really expect Moyes to do much more, like in the sense of like, who else is he going to play? We know Johnson is diabolical. We know we know that Ogbonna is old compared to Zuma. I know Zuma is of injury recurrence, which is a problem. But the thing is, what would you rather do? You'd rather risk, I guess, Zuma at this point.
Yeah, but 3 games, Clive, 6 days, same side, big squad. There is no excuses there. There is none. Let's be real.
But I mean, there's 2. Well, I say excuses. These aren't really excuses. You could argue, in my opinion, that Zuma was the architect of his own injury there. It was his error that led to him getting injured. Ultimately, that is what happened here. And the second thing that you could, I guess, say is Moyes was always going to put on what he thought it was his strongest squad against a team that we should be getting 3 points against, compared to, say, the Manchester games. Or, you know, I can understand him putting in a full batch squad against Liverpool, because Liverpool have been inconsistent this season. It's not like, say, if Liverpool had been top of the league, the dominating team they've been a couple of years ago. You know, if we were playing that Liverpool, we probably would have put a weaker team out for that game. But these are games we should have got points in. And ultimately, we've come away from the last 2 games with 0.
Yeah, but the problem is, before I hand it over to Mitch, I think Mitch is going to fucking blow his top, right? Is that when you are playing Liverpool, and you have got a side that's just played, and you just don't rotate it, and then you go with the same side again, barring 2 players down the left. Now, what people can say what they like about Ben Rama. Ben Rama and I said it on the preview. Anyone who watches my fucking previews, I said Ben Rama's not the future of West Ham. That's coming from me. Yeah, he's not the future. Yeah, but he's the here and now. Then people will keep digging Ben Rama out, but then won't go and dig out another man who sings fucking bubbles to his kid. They won't do it because it's an agenda, and that's what it is. And I will argue with any man. You know what I mean? One thing I will not accept and I will not tolerate is gaslighting the fucking players just for their to say it. I will say about Souček.
It happens the same way around.
No. I will say about Souček. If Souček has a good game, I will be the first one to say he had a good game.
I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you. I'm
but
saying
it's not on.
Other people.
But it's not on.
There's other people. The way you feel about Ben Rama is the same way people feel about Fornals, and they will just go back and forth with each other, and it all just goes in a circle. And
you can argue the same thing with Souček, right? And the reason I'll say this is not because I support him and everything, right? Because I mean, you saw in the chat what I said. I said, "Fucking hell, that's diabolical. I can't even fucking excuse that. It was shit what he did, right?" But if you look on Twitter, and there's certain accounts that I follow, not a single mention when he scored. A few people did, and I'm not saying everyone, right? But there are certain people. But as soon as he made a mistake, and this is what irks me, is it's not, oh, we're laughing at Souček. It's ha 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 Souček, as if we want West Ham to lose or make these mistakes.
Yeah, but Souček does this consistently, though, Clive. He can't pass the ball. Let's not lie here. Right, but let's not lie. Listen, people can say what they like about Souček being the best player today. Yeah, I look at it a bit different. He cost us a goal that made it uphill task for us today. Right?
I don't think it's the only reason it made it uphill task. I mean, for one goal, yes, but
he did. Right, we're 2-1 down. He makes a fucking error in the middle of the park. Then we go 3-1 down. Then we're chasing the game. Right? It doesn't help, does it?
No matter what, when you look at it, Souček, in my opinion, made amends today, bare minimum. He gave up a goal, scored a goal, got 2 assists. Fabianski fucked us.
Yeah.
He did. And
with Souček,
and then we got fucked by VAR in a diving cunt.
But also, like, just before it goes to Mitch and whatnot, but do you not also think that was it Aguerd who passed to Souček, or am I?
Aguerd passed the ball to Souček. Yeah, Souček takes the heavy touch, gets bullied off the ball.
Yes,
and then
it's a very shit touch. Yes, admittedly, very shit touch, very shit movement. But from a central defender, surely. No. I'm asking a question. I'm asking a question, and I think
you can ask a question, but you might not get
an answer. You can ask the question, but make sure you're ready for the answer.
I know, but do you not believe that your central defender should have awareness to see that he was also being pressed based off of Souček having a lousy first touch?
I think that's actually fair.
I disagree completely. Add tall Souček, add big Souček. Jeffrey Schlupp was fucking tiny and he just barged him off the ball.
But you're still getting pressed. But if you see a player pressing you...
Well, what you do is you do the old school Sunday league, mate. You give him the fucking shoulder and get him away from you. Do you know what I mean? Mitch, help me out, for fuck's sake.
If you're a professional Premier League footballer, you need to have the awareness. You're not a fucking part-timer. You're a Premier League professional footballer midfielder. You will have the awareness to know that you're being pressed, and you'll pass it straight away back to the keeper, or take a good touch and then play it back to the keeper, or just back to Aguerd or whoever.
Yeah, but
there you go. You're trying to cover for Souček. Yes.
No, I'm not.
It was shit. It was shit.
See, no, this is the problem. You both are right.
Yes. That's the thing.
Aguerd should never be passing that ball, especially if Souček's right there and he sees a guy behind him hounding him. And Souček, he needs to be better.
Yes, 100%. This is the thing. I'm not defending Souček.
Anyone today can catch this fucking smoke.
What is Aguerd supposed to do then? What is he supposed to do?
Yeah.
Fucking play it back or find another player. Yeah.
But so you're blaming
the fact that we don't have trust in Souček as a midfielder to control the ball is a fucking problem.
Not when he's being pressed. Not when he's being pressed. Why wouldn't pass it to someone being pressed?
Why can't he take a good first touch?
Yeah.
What? Yeah, I know. I'm not.
Why can't he?
Well, then that's the problem, isn't it? It's always the problem that this geezer's fucking had. He can't control the ball.
Right.
Look,
hold on.
I don't even know why we discussed it because he wasn't even that bad today, really. So I agree. He made amends for it. He made amends. I agree. Yes, he put us under the cosh because we then went another goal down and we tried climbing out of it. But I still believe he made amends for it. 3 goal contributions or whatever it was is still good. Cuts like Soufal needs to get
Fucking
a hand into
This fucking team will be the death
He
of us.
was shocking today. People want to cut
Right.
off the blatant mistakes like Emerson made and Fabianski made and Souček made.
Yeah.
And Ben Rama. But Soufal consistently was getting beaten, consistently passes was shit.
Soufal got
missed that for the
absolutely
goal as well. Shocking.
today.
For me, he was our worst player today, Soufal. Disgusting from him.
It's fucking terrible. Like, Mitch, I'm just going to let you go, right? What else do you want to say, bro? Fucking hell. I really don't give a fuck today. I really don't. Like, this team fucking will be the death of us.
Look, Fornals, I agree, deserve to start because Ben Rama's recent performances have been disgraceful, in my opinion.
Fact.
Really poor. But he was shit. He was fucking shit. Poor, piss poor cunt. He was shit first half. Passes couldn't come off. Work rate was poor in terms of getting back. And I will agree, I can't remember who made a point about it. I think it might have been you, James, to be fair. Emerson, I do agree, was left one-on-one, in my opinion, so many times. I agree. But Emerson did cover himself in glory. He covered himself in Corey because he was shit in that first half as well. And I agree, probably Cresswell was the right person to bring on in the second half. For Emerson, if you're going to bring someone on.
And guess what?
I personally
was fucking shit too.
But guess what? Cresswell was also shit as well. So you can't... and also, to say that Emerson is shit like Alfie did, I think it's disgusting. For one of our most consistent players in this calendar year, to be called he's shit, he's disgusting, I think he's unfair. Really unfair.
Agree, mate. Like, I'm going to be real.
What else can we talk about? I thought Antonio, yes, he didn't get the service today, but I thought his first touch was shit. Jordan Ayew, every time the ball went to him, stuck to his foot. Fucking controlled it. Class.
No
Antonio,
impact.
bang, bounce off him like
No
fucking
impact
bouncy
in the hold
castle.
up play at all either. He tried to take
Pardon?
5 defenders all on at once instead of
No,
waiting
there's
for his teammates.
times he couldn't control the ball. It's just not about holding off players. He couldn't control the ball.
No,
The
I'm
only
saying
thing
his
I
hold
wanna
up play
say-
wasn't good either. Like,
Sorry.
he worked hard, but
He did work hard, but quality-wise, it was lacking.
Bowen
When you're
worked
under
hard,
the
but he
cosh
didn't
and
do
you really
fuck
can't
all
get
either.
the ball. You need your striker to hold the ball well, and he didn't do that today either.
See, a few of them today I thought was shit. I thought Paqueta, like, where the fuck is he? Where was he today? Let's be real.
I thought he started off really shit, got better as the second half, as the half went on, and then didn't really get involved at all. Made more sloppy passes.
No matter how shit your defense is, you will never move forward without your midfield. And Rice and Paqueta were fucking shocking today.
Rice did not take the ball by the scruff of the neck and try and keep possession at all.
You want to talk about a passenger's performance? I'm sorry, I love Declan Rice, but today could have been one of the most passenger-esque performances I've ever seen.
Would you argue?
I agree, Lucas.
Would you argue, or here's a question, in terms of, because I think earlier in the conversation there was mentions of Downs coming on, right? So, like, if Downs was to have played, surely you would bench Rice.
Well, if the team was tired, then surely you do rotate, and then there is a Moyes.
Yeah, but the problem is, right? The problem is you don't play Paqueta and Fornals together. You just don't do it because they're two similar players.
I do agree with you. I wouldn't have agreed before the game, but seeing the game, and I remember right at the start, Paqueta looked for an overlapping pass. Fornals played the ball to him, and he shaped his body up to play a through ball. Paqueta just stood there, didn't even make the run. And I was thinking, see, that could be a problem.
Because what it is, gentlemen, we've got no fucking runners in the team. We've got one runner, and that's Bowen. Let's be real, right? We need runners. We need people who like, when do West Ham ever play a ball over the top for someone to run onto? Never. It's always trying to down the sides, cross it in, set pieces, right? If you're going to play someone today...
The left winger. We'd see left winger, really.
Like, if you're going to play someone today, you need to play Cornet. But Cornet's fucking shit. So, like, do you know what I'm saying?
I'd like to start him on the left wing just for one game, just to start him, because Benny's been shit. Fornals was awful today. Just fuck it. Why not? We've got nothing to lose. Just start him on left wing next game.
I'll tell you what, I fear for us Wednesday.
At least he's a runner. At least he can actually run in behind.
Well, yeah, no fucking shit.
Fucking yeah, but no, I'm not being funny enough.
I fear for us Wednesday. Yeah.
I fear for us not fucking conceding 10 though, Lucas. But I'm not being funny enough. If we can concede fucking 4 against Palace, what do you think fucking City are going to do to us? They're going to blast us all around fucking Manchester. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, we played better when it was Arsenal. We played better when it was even Liverpool games. So, you know, I guess we can't try and look at every game being that people are going to put 4 or 5 past us. I mean, look, 5 went past us against Newcastle, 4 went past us against Brighton. We've had those games, but ultimately, at least this time, we've actually scored 3 goals.
This is City we're talking about now. And
I know, but I'm just saying,
I do actually see I think a minimum of 4 goal difference against City.
So do I.
Well, we're at -10 right now. We still have a decent gap with everyone besides Leicester. So as long as we don't get fucked 9-0, we'll be all right.
You know what? That's what I say. I'd rest all our players against City. Not all of them, but you know, I'd rest Antonio, rest players that looked a bit tired. Maybe Soufa, I'll give him a rest. And get Algola back in goal. Fuck it. Fabs has dropped 2 stinkers in a row. 2 goals he should have saved today. Distribution was awful as well.
Let's talk about the penalty that they got. I don't think it's a penalty ever.
Fucking
let's be real.
Stop, does it? There's so much shit we can talk about. It's a fucking. And actually, Joe Clark made a really good point after the game. He said these fucking touches happen all the time in corners, set plays, all the time in fucking open play. But as soon as they enter the box, a little touch there. It's got to be a fucking penalty. Bollocks. Fuck off.
To me, it's not. It's not a penalty. However, my one criticism is if Aguerd had actually like proper tugged him. Like, why is your hand out like that for a tug in the first place?
If you're an attacker and you sort of dummy the defender, and you go past the defender, and the defender's arms there. That's not a penalty. If that's
the game,
he's gone.
The game is fucked. If Arsenal supporters thought Piquet had dived, and what we just witnessed with Eze, which is a blatant dive, the game is fucked beyond belief.
Yeah,
it's absolutely fucked. It just is like that is as blatant as a dive as you will fucking find. And you know what? I'm not even mad that he fucking dove. I'm more pissed off that he had the fucking gall to celebrate after.
What?
Like a fucking cunt. The game is so fucked.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one because I think...
tough one. It's never a penalty.
No. I mean, in the sense of it's a tough one in the sense of like not only to accept, but it's also a tough one to go.
And I'm sorry, Joachim Anderson. How the fuck did he not get sent off today? He absolutely molested our striker all match long.
He
should have left in fucking handcuffs.
Mate, when he threw him to the ground, he did not pull a card out there. It was a disgrace. I actually wanted in time to just go behind and just go, Anderson, bash, just fucking nut him.
It's shit, mate. It's shit. Let's be real. I'm hearing what you were saying. I'm just letting you fucking talk because, like, I've seen this shit so many times. I don't think that's ever a penny, ever. Like, ever. Like, if that's at Liverpool, fucking, do you know what I mean? We ain't getting that. So I don't understand why.
I'm not even trying to disregard our horrific performance, but this league is fucked.
But that's what I mean. It's a tough one because it's like how in the off season are they going to eradicate all these changes?
I'll tell you what, they eradicate every single official that has fucking worked this season. They eradicate them with some sort of fucking beam from the sky. They get fucking abducted by UFOs and they turn them into fucking chickens or something.
Because I tell you what ends up happening. You then end up with the referees from the Championship or League One. They get promoted and bring up. And it won't change. It will be the same system over and over again. Like the rules, there needs to be actual proper direction, not fucking, well, we're going to change it every month and decision to decision basis. Like it has to be actual, this is what this is, mate, whether you fucking see it differently or not.
We need God to shine his light, bestow his light upon this club because we are back in the shit.
I was just going to ask that question.
Looking at the next 2 games as well, considering their losses, it's still what's up?
Oh, these next 2 games, we are fucked.
Well, we lose the next 2 games, and it depends on how teams below us do. We've got to be looking back at the fucking line of the table. People saying we were safe too early.
This is the thing I kept saying the other week. I turned around and said
people jumping the gun.
I said it the other week. I said, people, we need to get this done before we get to AZ. Yeah, and we haven't. Let's be honest. But you watch West Ham go and shit ass and win against United because we ain't beating City.
Well,
Fuck you
at
know.
least fucking Brighton are up 3-0. They fucked us last week. They're doing us a favor this week. Fucking cunts.
I've not even looked at anything. I just
that,
turn it off. I've not looked at anything since 3-0. That's good.
Let's do give Palace some of their dues though. Since they've had Roy Hodgson come in, like they have had a huge turnaround in form. Turnaround.
Like, let's talk about Moyes then. Like, if you want to talk about someone, he's the one who picked the team today. He's the one who sort of done the tactics. He's the one who brought Cornet on.
The shape was wrong. Completely wrong. They played through us. There's loads of open space.
Mate, everything was
shocking. Fucking awful. Really, really shit.
He changes the two left-sided players, right? Rightfully so. But then when they do play, and when they do play shit, I expect people to call them out that they're shit.
Yeah, they deserve
if you're going to change it, you've got to go, all right, we're changing it, and then we're going to do this. How do mate, you're right. Paqueta and Fornals don't work well together. If Fornals is playing on the left, it don't work.
It doesn't work, mate. I've called it for a long time. I called it with Fornals and Lanzini. Both similar players, both good on the ball, both passers, but don't beat them, man. Simple as that. Simple as that.
You do need someone like Cornet really on the left. Even though
he's someone with pace, mate.
Again, it's like does Cornet deserve a start?
It's not about deserving. You've got Ben Rama, who's been fucking awful and diabolical recently.
And he hasn't been good, Ben Rama.
Who doesn't work, and he was terrible in the first half.
Don't go there because
of feeding balls through.
Months ago,
Cornet, at least he can get in behind in that space.
I think that's
put a good cross in the box.
Months ago, you said Cornet deserved to start over Bowen. Months ago.
At the start of the season, when Bowen was fucking shit and Cornet had no game time, yes, he did.
Yeah.
Form was different back then. Like, I think the thing is, because at the beginning
you can't,
of the season,
Lucas, trying to get me rolled up. You bastard, mate.
Because I think what we've got to also figure out here is, like, at the beginning of the season, the person who was playing the left wing, even though I don't necessarily agree with it, because I don't think Fornals can play left wing, really. But that is the position he was playing in. Ultimately, our number 2 should realistically be Cornet. The problem is, every time Cornet's come on in the last 2 or 3 games, has been a shit show, let's be honest. So I can understand why Moyes put his trust instead in putting Fornals, but we all know how that ends up, and today has been proven precisely, which is what you said, James.
Fucking shit show from fucking everyone.
But Mandy G makes a good point. How's he going to get match fit coming on really at the end of every game? I said at the start, in a game that meant really little, I can't remember what game it was, where he should have started and got some match, like a full match on his belt. He didn't, and I was thinking,
sorry,
I don't get it from Moyes.
Gent away, I think it was.
Was it?
Can I just interject on something? I don't know what Steve Tilly's issue is with me, but I would like to point out that their one win in their last 9 at home for Palace has come in since Roy Hodgson took place. My point is more that their form in general is, since Roy Hodgson came in, they had 3 wins on the trot, then they had a loss and a draw or whatever has happened, and now they've gone back in for a win. My point is, on the factual statistics, form-wise, Hodgson has changed that team. They're attacking more. They're an attacking team that has absolutely dominated the shit out of us today, and that's just facts.
Yeah, but then we was all talking the other night, and we all turned around and said about our world-class players, or so to speak, and where were they today?
Yes. Yeah, well, precisely.
Where was Declan today? Where was fucking Paqueta today?
That's what I'm saying. Today was absolutely disgraceful from them both.
That is a great point. You know what, Ings? I don't want to see Ings ever come on again. Why not bring on Mubama? He's got more of a chance of terrorising defenders than fucking Ings has.
I have never seen someone move so fast in slow motion than Danny Ings.
His arms are quick, but he's moving like that. He's like,
it's all that fucking dancing he does in the fucking dressing room.
Fuck it, yeah. It's like when he moves, he goes back.
He's a bum clock.
He looks like the slowest jackrabbit that's ever lived.
Yeah.
He's moving slow, but he's moving mad.
Anyone got any opinions on Moyes today? Like, how do we move forward from this? Because this is fucking damaging.
Shit.
Did not expect it. I expected. I thought a draw, maybe Palace would have nicked it today. I wasn't confident going into the game, but I didn't see us conceding fucking 4 and getting completely outplayed.
Yeah,
I saw this being a high-scoring game. What did I put in the chat? The last 2 away games were 3-2,
3-1.
3-2 both of them. Oh,
Yeah.
you put 3-1 for the game. Sorry, I'm with you now. But the last 2 away games against Palace previous seasons have been 3-2 performances in our favour, ironically. So I always saw it as a high-scoring game, but based off of obviously those seasons being with Hodgson in charge at the time. But I'll be honest, my issue is the fact that we knew that their attacking or front 3 or front 4 are very pacey, and we just seem to not understand how to deal with the pace, which is beyond me, because surely that is something you look at midweek. How are we going to play and set up against Palace? Oh, wait, they're pacey. Let's sort that out. How are we going to achieve that?
And
Nope,
the only
not.
way,
Just come on through.
The only way you can defend against pace is with positioning. And our defensive positioning was fucking embarrassing.
But that's what I mean. Like, surely we've had 3 or 4 days to go, this is how we need to do this. This is how we need to do that. This is what we need to achieve out of it. No, instead, we literally went, please come on through. Goal is right here. Please go for it. Shoot.
Yeah, I know. But a lot of their goals were coming down the left, wasn't it, today? And that's where, right, listen, whether you like Ben Rama or Cresswell, or whether you like Emerson or Fornells, the left is a problem.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
I don't care about them 4 men who I just mentioned, because you know what I mean? They're just employees of West Ham United. I care about West Ham United Football Club. And at the minute, we've got a left-hand side that don't know how to attack, don't know how to defend, don't know how to mark, don't know how to do fuck all at the minute.
Right,
do you know what I'm saying?
Here's a question for everyone then. So obviously, based on the rumours that Cresswell is going to get another 1-year deal, which we believe is quite accurate at this point. So let's say that's the case. Does that suggest to you what it suggests to me, which is with Emerson being signed last season on a 4-year deal, so he's still got 3 years left, and Cresswell being there for at least another year, that means we're not going to be looking at our left backs for at least another 12 months.
You would be right. And unfortunately, that is the case. And unfortunately, that is why I want Moyes to be sacked at the end of the season.
Take the emotional side away from wanting Cresswell to get a testimonial. That is fucking shit.
Yeah, but that's my
it's Moyes' decision. So
I'm not being funny.
Moyes
One
is
thing I will say,
fucking thing.
Right, one thing I will say, me, Mitchell, Lucas, done shows last summer, said about the left-hand side, talked about Ram, talked about other man who could come in.
I said Tagliafico, who's now having a blinding season, by the way, Leon.
Tagliafico, we talk about all these left
player.
Right, talk about all these players on the left-hand side.
On 120 grand a week, which people didn't want to pay, but now we've got Ings on 125 grand a week. Get that one up, you cunt.
It's fucking embarrassing, isn't it? Right, do you know what I mean? You got to laugh at it. It's fucking embarrassing, mate. Do you know what I'm saying?
That might be the best comment you've ever made, Mitch.
But it's true though. Like
it's spitting fact.
What it is, from what I've heard, it's to do with the English quota, isn't it? That's why West Ham are signing him, because West Ham's English quota is going to be down. And
they can take that quota and shove it down their fucking mush.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I agree.
I mean, what? Our English quota, we're still going to have, because ultimately, how I see it is in terms of starting 11. Say Rice also goes, right?
I'd rather see James fucking Corden up top than Danny Ings.
but Downs would come in, so that's a straight You'd have Bowen, so you still got guaranteed at least 2 English players there, and then fill up with your academy, perhaps for once. Just a thought. But
thing is,
give me car karaoke up top.
Fucking hell, I don't know, mate. Right, anything else you lads want to add in regards to today's result? Because let's be real, fucking it ain't good. We are back in trouble, because if one of these teams start picking up a win, then we're going to get dragged into it. Please don't go to the fucking Brentford game. Because let's be honest, the last 3 games, Brentford, Leeds and fucking Leicester. Do you know what I mean? This could affect their conference because of fucking shit fucking players again.
But I'm trying to tell myself there's still a bit of a gap. We're not in a position where we should really be worrying about other teams' results yet being the key word. But, I am telling myself, we've got both Leeds and Leicester, and we're still the masters of our own fate currently. And that's how we just got to look at it. We've got to try and look at the next game now. Like, this game's done, dusted, not much we can do about it. On to the next ones. If we can manage or muster a point against at least one of the Manchester clubs, then I mean, look, it is possible at home. Our home record is good. Our home record this season is good. Our away record is not great. So if we're going to do it against anyone, I think it's more likely to be Manchester United at home. But I think ultimately it is now going to be down to 2 games, and that is Leeds and Leicester.
And the thing that's shit, in my opinion, because I do agree with you ultimately, but it's just not spaced out well. Like,
no,
can the pressure? Okay, first off, imagine the pressure. Last 2 matches, Leeds and Leicester, and we have to fucking win them. The pressure is going to be unbearable.
I don't think we have to win.
Leicester are in it with us. So
yes,
Leicester...
but I don't think we have to. I don't think we have to win both. I think we have to win one or the other. So if we win the first time round, which is what the Leeds game, right? Is that first?
No, well, we've got Brentford.
Yeah, Leeds.
We've got Brentford, Leeds, Leicester. Yeah.
Yeah. So Leeds is first out of the 2. We're not going to beat Brentford. Let's just take that out. We've never beaten them since they've got in the Premier League.
We're just going to have to out-Frank the Frank.
Yeah, I think ultimately we're going to have to win that Leeds game. We have to get it right first time round, and then the Leicester game will be ultimately null and void. And hopefully we can start and look at the Europa Conference final at that point, and perhaps just rest players for Leicester. That would be the ideal situation. You play them against Leeds, we win against Leeds. Leicester, you rest people, and then you look at the Europa Conference final. That's what we need to look at realistically.
I'll tell you what, if West Ham play like they play today, mate, there is no Europa Conference final.
No, I know.
You can't play like that.
I'm fully aware, and like I said to you at this point, if we played like we did today, say if we do get to the final, I do think the teams that we could face in the final are probably going to blow us away or blow us a new one. But it's one of those things.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Mitch,
I'm really disappointed.
Anything else you want to add, Mitch?
Really didn't expect that. Yeah, also just no leadership, no character for many of the players today to pick up the ball and really show any quality. I remember a couple of times where Rice was throwing his hands in the air, and rightfully so for this occasion, where there were simple passes on from both fullbacks into the midfield. Instead, they weren't even open. They weren't ever opening up their body for passes. They were closed off, scared of the pressure from Palace, and just passing it very linearly. So if they were showing their body to the centre half or the winger or the goalkeeper, they just make those simple passes. They wouldn't open their body up, pick up passes. And Rice was throwing up his hands in the air. And the 2 main culprits for that were Cresswell and Soufal. Just really shit.
This is the thing. Like, I'm not saying we're ever going to be City, nor do I ever want to be City. But in footballing terms, to me, that is the standard of liquid football. And the main reason why is because every single person on that fucking pitch, Ederson included, want the fucking ball. Every single fucking one of them want the ball. And
they're coached well. They're coached to open up your body every time you receive the ball.
And they can all pass.
They want to pass. They want to.
But the thing is, though, if Pep was to manage our team, he'd do a lot better job and he'd get these players passing good football, because it's all about coaching on the end of the day. Yes, you do need some good players. But
are we gonna? I'm gonna ask you a question, right? I'm gonna ask you a fucking question right now. Yeah, are we gonna stay up by default?
Yes.
I think so.
I said that months ago. It's the fact that there's 3 teams that were just never going to look great, and that was Southampton at the time. At the time, we assumed Bournemouth. I'd always said that I think Bournemouth have got a little bit more on them, but Forest.
I'll be honest. I really thought this week we were going to walk away with at least a point or
at least
two.
A point. Yeah.
And
I think maybe we got blinded by how well we had performed against 2 of the big 6 teams.
Well, no, and to be fair, what's happened the past 2 matches? Just Liverpool, we were all right, and we shafted, obviously, and then today we got shafted again, but we were absolutely diabolical. So.
Yeah,
I always, and I said this week, if we could get one more win in a draw, I think we'll be safe. But obviously, after these last 2 matches, it's gone back to being a bit dim, and we're in the shit again. But again, the only thing that worries me is that our 3 easiest matches are our last 3, and
that's scary.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And we've got a semi-final away leg in there and all.
That's exactly what I was saying before when Clive was spitting facts, and I ultimately agree with him. But like the pressure and the agony is going to be unreal if we leave it to the last 3. That's why, as much as I would have loved to pick up a point or two this week, because I really thought we could.
Yeah.
If we want to go into the last 3 matches confident that we're going to stay up, we've got to get a draw against one of the Manchester clubs, and I really don't see that happening.
I could see it happening against United. I could see it.
I would agree with United, but we always get fucked.
Yeah, on every decision against United, every single time.
But I mean, United.
Mate, that is the one match I do not look forward to every single season because we get fucked by an outer power, something that doesn't even matter. Someone takes the power and control away from us, and they fuck us every fucking time.
But I think there's one upside to perhaps facing them at this time of the season that we are. Man U are not really playing for much. They're playing to either finish 3rd or 4th. They can't finish 2nd, realistically, and they're not going to finish 5th at this point, realistically. So, do they really care about one Premier League position for £1 million extra? Probably not. They're guaranteed almost at this point.
Yeah, but the only problem is with that, Clive. Yeah, every time we play fucking United, Rashford turns up. And he always terrorises our defence.
And so do the fucking bookies. The fucking mafia turn up as well.
And it's always we're always fighting a losing battle against United. I don't think it's going to go to United. I think it's going to go to the Brentford, Leeds, and Leicester game. I think it's going to go all the way to the end of the season.
No. But I'm saying if we can muster a point, I could see it at home against.
No, I agree. If we somehow, by a fucking miracle, pick up a point against City or United, I will feel on top of the world. But like I said, whenever we play United,
we should be looking to get a point against United at home.
We should, but again, the powers that be will never allow it to fucking happen. Fucking never.
It's going all the way to the end, gentlemen. That's what I'm saying to you. What else can we add on this? Let's be real. I think we're back in trouble. I know people look at Everton. I look at Everton's fixtures and I think they've got some fucking horrendous fixtures. I won't lie. But they're a sort of team that will nick a win somewhere and then just cause us grief. Do you know what I mean? I think we're see how we get on today over the weekend.
Do you perhaps think we can't necessarily say we're in trouble until Leicester versus Everton happens on Monday? Because realistically, what's our best case scenario there? A draw?
I mean, of course, we can rely again on just watching fucking Brentford, Forest, fucking Brighton Wolves, and praying to that they drop points.
Yeah, because I mean, how I see it is if Leicester and Everton draw, Everton are on 28, they'll go up to 29 points. Leicester go up to 30 points if there's a draw on Monday night. That's still 4 points away from us with 4 games remaining. And then if you look at Leicester's remaining fixtures,
but would you want to go into the Brentford game?
Scored.
Right? Would you want to go into the Brentford game with that pressure? That's the fear I worry. Brentford away, Sunday afternoon. Don't forget, we've just played AZ. So the AZ game all depends how we're feeling after the AZ game. If we've won the AZ game, we've won well, then the Brentford game could be a nice game to go into with that sort of confidence level. If we're fucking lost, then we're in shit.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I think unless we win comfortably at home in the first leg, considering AZ are without their top goal-scoring striker for the first leg, and they're without their top assist player for that first leg because they're both suspended, if we do not go and fucking win comfortably in that first leg, we might as well bring a B team to the AZ second leg. And the reason I say that is because AZ's home performance is insane for a start. Yeah. And secondly, if we can't beat them without their best 2 players, we've got no fucking chance when we're away from home. And at that point, Premier League survival is all that fucking matters. So the first leg is everything in my eyes. The second leg doesn't fucking matter.
Lucas, anything else you want to add today?
Brentford, fuck yourselves.
Brentford to come back.
And the fans that sit down at away games.
But
the problem is, gentlemen, you're all saying about Brentford. You're saying about other clubs. We should be doing
I'm
it.
not. I'm not. I'm
Also,
not
and I
I'm
want
not
everyone
thinking about
to
anything.
fucking realize I had to wake up at 7:30 in the morning to watch that fucking bullshit.
And there was a 15-minute delay.
I've got people in California that had to wake up at 4:30 a.m. to watch that. You got people in fucking Hawaii that are watching at 1:30 in the morning. Their fucking days, and my day is fucked.
So, thanks, Lucas.
I would just move out of Hawaii at that point.
Yeah, so would I, mate. Fuck that. Even though the weather's nice. Right, let's wrap this up, gentlemen. Fucking West Ham. You know what I mean? It's going to the
fuck.
It's going to the end of the season now, right? Because we ain't beaten City, and we definitely can't see us beating Man United at the minute. No, we're fucking shit, mate. Honestly, we've got to get this fucking manager out and new ideas and fresh approach in the summer. We've got to survive first. If we survive by default, how fucking embarrassing is that? That's fucking embarrassing. Let's be real. Like, because like other teams that just can't catch us. Oh, it's fucking shit.
Fucking gone.
Yeah. Smash a like on the video.
I'd love Selhurst in the summer. I would.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Smash a like on the video and please do subscribe to the channel. And yeah, I just got to get to this comment from Taylor.
He's talking bollocks.
All right. I hope he does go, mate, because he can get away from fucking Moyes, mate, and his dodgy fucking tactics, as per usual. But it is what it is. Anyway.
Our whole squad better learn Chinese.
Fuck, all of them are being shipped to China or whatnot. Yeah. Player ratings tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Whoever's on's on. I don't really fucking care.
Cresswell to China. A free deal.
Cresswell to Cornwall. You know what I mean? Sunday League. Fuck me. Anyway, take care of yourselves. Try and have a good Saturday evening. Lucas has got all day to enjoy this. I'm getting pissed tonight. Take care. Peace.
There it is. I've never found a love like this.